Everyone knows who we are. Now, if you don't, well, you should do. You should be watching our videos. So we're away again. We're heading down to South Australia this time. We've just come back a couple of months ago from fishing up in the Northern Territory. Now we're going down to chase some King George whiting, some squid, and hopefully some
crabs,
some blue swimmer crabs. Yeah. So this is going to be a fairly fast trip going down. We're not filming much of the driving because that's pretty boring. We left Toowoomba this morning about 7 o'clock. We're down now in Cobar, or just outside of Cobar. So we're getting there. Another good day's drive tomorrow, and
we'll be in South Australia anyway.
Yeah, we'll be in South Australia, and then we'll get down to the coastline where we need to be. It'll be great. We'll get into the fish. All right, catch ya.
Coming into Walgett, New South Wales.
We're in the last couple of days of December. But the lead up to Christmas, we've had so much rain right throughout the country, there's water everywhere. Our plan was from Walgett, we were going to head across to Brewarrina and then to Burke and then south to Cobar. But because there was so much water around and so many roads closed, we had to change our route. So we've gone the way of the blue line, down to Gilgandra and then west to Cobar. We've never seen it wet like this out here. It's always really dry, hard country. The only thing that thrives out here is the goats. And you don't even see too many of them when the conditions are this good. Just coming up to Broken Hill, on our way to the South Australian border.
Nearly at the border.
This is the official South Australian border, but there's no one here to check us until we get down, I believe, I think it's called O'Larry, which is about another 200 kilometres. So we are now in South Australia.
That's the quarantine station for food and for COVID, all at one spot, I think. Better get all the paperwork out. Oh, we'll get your phone out.
Get the phone, yeah. Phone's the main thing. Well, this is night number 2 from Toowoomba. We've made it down to Port Augusta and a little bit closer towards Ceduna. Been a big day of driving, all the way from Cobar. I just pulled up a little disused gravel pit beside the road. We'll have a nice easy run tomorrow, just a couple of hours of driving to get us to Haslam. Alrighty, we're set up at Haslam campground. We're just stopping here overnight. We've pulled up about lunchtime. And we're going to go down and have a look at the jetty. Well, it's a fairly windy afternoon, but it's nice to be able to just kick back and just take things easy after a couple of huge days of driving. This place looks so much more inviting when the wind's not blowing. Beautiful bay in here.
Smoky Bay, here we come.
Every time we come to Smoky Bay, our first stop is always at the oyster sheds.
These are the ones Kevin likes, Smoky Bay oysters. But we'll have to come back in a little while.
Well, we had enough time to get the van off, set the boat up, get the boat in the water, go fishing. Well, our first afternoon at Smokes, we're sort of fishing. We're trying to get some squid for some bait. So we can't go fishing until we catch some bait. The plan is to go fishing in the morning and drop some pots in, but it all revolves around catching some squid first. So we're just trolling for squid until we pick it up. Look at the dolphins right here, right there beside us. Just sitting there. How cool is that?
They're beautiful, I love it.
They're just sitting there, eh? They're not worried about us. There we go, our first squid for the day. Just bring him over a little bit closer.
Oh, you bugger.
Whee! Oh, he got ya!
Yeah!
He got ya!
Just rinse it. That's disgusting. Oh no, you'll keep doing it while you do that. Okay.
Okay, that's our first squid.
Yuck! On my hat, on my legs.
Oh, it's not too bad. Just pulled up out the front of Smoky Bay Oysters. These are the people we always try and buy our oysters off. I still reckon they got the best oysters. Our Coffin Bay oysters are good, but I don't reckon they're a patch on these fellas.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright, so you're still building it up?
Boys are just fishing on the grove. Yep.
It's great to catch up with these guys again. We usually catch up with them at least once or twice a year, and the business is always growing. There's always new machinery or a bigger shed. They're always growing, even though this is so labour intensive, this oyster farming. This is what always keeps bringing us back to Smoky Bay. I still reckon these are the best oysters in the country. Oh, you've already counted them out.
Yeah, already done.
You're really on. Alright, we'll load these crab pots up and see if we can get a couple of sand crabs, loose swimmers. We got whiting frames and the wings off the squid. See if we can make up a bit of a cocktail for them. And of course, zippy tie so they can't get it undone.
Just here?
Yep, why not? Righto, electric's over the side. We're just trying to find a nice light patch in amongst all the weed. I just found a nice little patch here. It's very hard to pick up on camera.
It's overcast too.
Yeah, it makes it a lot harder to see the nice clear patches. But we're pretty much over one here. I'll just hit spot lock here. Might be able to pick up the lighter green here. Don't know. First pull of the crab pots. No good? This little rock crab, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can go back. Hello, hang on, I'll get the pliers and just get him. Oh no. Oh well, that's good. 2 nice crabs in there. And only 1 whiting so far.
Yeah, and our squid.
And our five squid. This is our homemade fire drum. It's made out of a 9 kilo gas bottle and it serves many purposes, as you'll see. So this is our fire pit, homemade. From an old gas bottle. And we may even do a video on this here after, at some stage down the track. We might do one on how to build this, because this is our fire pit for our camp oven. We do have a couple of fittings here to go in here to make rotisserie, as you've probably seen before. But it's also a great crab cooker. So remember where it all goes together. There we go. And we put our 2 burner gas ring in there. Now with these, a lot of people use these. What we've found is the castings get a lot of rubbish and that on the castings. So if you run your drill, find the right size drill bit and run your drill bit through each of the holes, it makes them brilliant. They work so much better. And even after a few months, if you haven't used it for a while, run your drill through it, just clean the holes out, get rid of the rust, and they work heaps better. Okay, so the next 2 pins go in here, and our pot of water sits on there. So we'll just hook it all up with gas. I'll pinch the gas bottle off the barbecue, that'll do, and we've got a couple of crabs to cook up. Alright, so this is our pot. We keep it in a bag because it does get a little bit of black on it. Now, Target, Kmart, one of those, that might be Big W we got this from. And it's just an absolute ripper of a crab cooking pot. You would swear blind that a glass top would not last. But it's a rip snorter of a size. It's a really perfect size for cooking crabs. And how's that for a fit? Bloody perfect. What are they? I always like to cook the crabs in salt water, preferably the water that you catch them in. Glass lid, you wouldn't think that would last, but never had a problem with it.
Wait till that comes to the boil.
And we'll drop them in. Same again. This one's legal, but only just. He's only a little fella. But always like to cook my crabs upside down. Once it comes back to the boil, I give them about 12 minutes boiling, and yeah, take them out, get them into a nice slurry or some really cold water, preferably salt, and it just helps get the meat away from the shell. Right, they're done. I didn't think I'd get that out of that one bottle, the gas bottle. Oop, you chuck one fork in the slurry. That's it. Give them 10 minutes in there, chill them down. Probably chuck them in the fridge. We might have them for dessert.
That'd be good.
Yep.
Okay.
Let it go.
Oh no!
Oh, he's got it again. Got it. Not a big squid. And a little hole. Only just got him too.
Oh, just by one tentacle.
Yep. Swing him around here. Oh, he's alright. He's not bad, but he's alright.
Don't you squirt me, you bugger. There we go. Beautiful.
Done deal.
That's awesome. Good on you.
Whiting, isn't it?
I hope so. Oh yeah.
It'd be getting close to size. Might be a little bit small.
Okay. Well, put him in the measurer and we'll see.
This measure is one I made up. It's 30.5 centimetres long on the inside. So all we do, shove the whiting in. Okay, can't see his tail. His tail is not sticking out. He goes back in the drink.
Damn.
That's on the other line.
Whiting on one line, down there.
Try him in the measure up.
Hey!
Yep,
Oh, he's
he's
got
just sticking out.
just the tip. And good
Yep.
on you. Just legal. Legal by about a centimetre.
Yep, because this is 30.5, so that makes him about 31. So
Awesome. And they have to be 30
they
here,
got
don't
me
they?
30.
Okay. Try and eat his sandwich. And he got a squid.
A lot of people swear by the real fancy squid jigs. We seem to find it doesn't matter if the squid are hungry, they're going to take anything that you throw towards them. These cheap razorback squid jigs are really good value for money.
Karate chop sends them all white. Alright, put that in the squid bag. Get another one, love. Your sandwich is coming apart.
What we use them for bait is just the candles of the squid. We use a meat tenderising hammer. Don't need much. And then just cut it up into pieces. Makes for good bait. Let's see if we can get some fish.
Ooh. Oh, I don't know. Oh, you slimy bugger. Oh. He's illegal. Good job.
No colour in there. Well, this is our last morning here at Smoky Bay. We've been here nearly 2 weeks. and it's been pretty windy. The wind has not played the game for us, so we're going to try. We're going to head down to Streaky Bay, which is about 80 k's from here. Apparently it's a little bit more protected. We've never stayed there before. We've always loved to come here, and yeah, it's a great spot here, and the oysters are just something else. They really are. But we'll go down to Streaky, have a look. We've heard the crabs are running down there, so we'll go and give that a go. Might head down there for about a week or so.